Dear student, welcome to my channel. This is the 29th video on C programming, and in this video we are going to explore more difficult exercises on one-dimensional array. Now let us start. Now in this video I am going to take these 5 problems. Let us start one by one. Now we want to remove the duplicate elements from an array, and it will show only the unique elements. So if array contains this element like this, then after the removing the duplicates, the unique elements are 5, 3, 2, 8, 9. So for this program we require to use the program of delete elements. So in my previous video I have explained in detail that how delete operation takes place. So when we delete the element from an array, then we are shifting the rest of the elements to the left hand side, and we are decrementing the size of the array. So to understand this program, your knowledge for that delete program should be clear, otherwise it is very difficult to understand. Now see, we are accepting the size, then we are accepting the array elements. So this is nothing but our primary procedure, that we are accepting the array size, array elements. Now we require to remove the duplicates. Now here for example, see 1 1 1 1 1 1. Now what is the output of this program? This output of this program is 1. Now I will explain this program. Now see, initially you are at 1, we want to keep 1, but at the same time it should not be present at other location. So that's why I equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. So we are comparing that next with the next element. That's why I have started the loop with j equal to I plus 1, j is less than n, j plus plus. Now see, I is here and j is here. This is I and this is j. Now the elements are same, yes, then we want to remove. So in this way we are doing that. So here the same logic is there. So here I have used same logic. Now in previous program of deletion, what I did, I accepted the position from the user. So position is 2. So when position is 2, we are removing the element from the second position. Now here the j is equal to 1. So that's why I have just modified position is equal to j plus 1, because j's location is 1, because this is 0 location, this is 1 location from the array perspective. So what I did, only position is equal to j plus 1. Now this loop is very much clear. While position is less than n, array of position minus 1 is equal to array of position and position plus plus. And when we come out of the loop, at that time all that element, now this, see, this element gets removed, this come here, this come here, and this come here, and after that we are doing the n minus minus, so this gets reduced. Now see, why I doing the j minus minus 1, this is very important to understand. Now see, as all elements are same, so what happens when we are removing this element, the next element come is also 1. So our loop should not increment, and this will take this element and the comparison with the next element, that should not happen. So that's why I am doing j minus minus. So when I am doing j minus minus, so in the next iteration also it will, because this is the j loop, it will first complete, then it will increment the I. So here what happens, it will again check with the next element, they are matching, means I is not incremented j, so it will again check with the next element and it will remove. So if you remove this element, you can find out that if consecutive elements are there, then all elements are not get removed. So this is nothing but with the practice you will come to know how j minus minus 1 comes or necessary. And if you do the on page that how actually happened, you will immediately come to know that j minus minus is required here. Now this program is very easy. Write a program to merge two arrays into third array. Now see, this is the simple, accept the array, accept the size of the array, accept the array element, display the array elements, accept the size of the second array, accept the array elements and display the elements. So this is the basic procedure. Now this is very important, only the k variable. Now initially for I equal to 0, I is less than n1, I plus plus, we are taking the arrays first array elements and we are storing into the merge array, and this k is incremented. So k is initially start with 0 and after that it increments. Now for the second array, we don't want to initialize k to the 0, we want to take from where it is incremented. See, initially 1 to 3 elements are there, so for here k is 0, then it is 1, then it is 2, and after that it will take increment, because k plus plus, when I plus plus become k plus plus, so k becomes 3 over here. Now when we come out, when we go into this loop, what it will do, that for that you should know how the for loop works. when initialization takes place, when the final condition checking takes place, and when increment decrement takes place. So when we go into the second loop, it will just check I equal to 0 initial condition and whether this condition is match or not. Then at that time it will transfer the first element of the second array to the k location. So k is 3, so it will transfer this x element, and after that I plus plus and k plus plus takes place. So in this way we are copying the first array, then we are copying the second array into the merge array. Now replace each element with the product of all other elements. For example, see 1 2 3 4. So when we are at this location, we are taking the multiplication of 2 into 3 into 4, that is nothing but 24. When we are at this location, we are taking the multiplication of other elements, that is 3 4 1, which is equal to 10. When we are at this location, we are taking 8, and when we are at 4, we are taking the remaining elements, that is nothing but 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to 6. Now how to do this program? Size of the array element, and print the array elements. So this is the basic procedure. Now see, this is nothing but the important loop. So what we are doing, this is 1 2 3 4 our elements, this is our 1 2 3 4 elements. We are using the j loop, nested loop. For I equal to 0, I is less than I plus plus, and for j equal to 0, j is less than j plus plus. So initially I is also 0, j is 0, so the element is 1 1. When they are 1 1, that is location is same, we don't want to take that element into the multiplication. That's why condition is what, if I is not equal to j, then we are doing the product. So initially it will not go into this condition because our I is not equal to j. Next time I is 0, but now j becomes 1. So when j 1, at that time what it will take, this is nothing but j and this is nothing but the I, because row is always I and column is j. So now I is 0 and j is 1, so I is not equal to j, so it will go into this condition and it will take product 1. So now 1 into array of j, in array of j the value stored is 2, so 1 into 2 is 2. Next time I is 0, that is this I 0 and j becomes 2. They are not matched, so they will multiply. So 2 into 3 6, next time 6 into 4 24. So if you understood the first, it is very easy to understand the second. For the second, what will happen, our I is 1 and j will goes from 0 1 2 3. Now first element is 0, it will multiply 1 into 1. For the next time it will not go into the loop. Then 1 into 3, that is 3, and 3 into 4, that is nothing but 12. So we will get the answer 12. So in this way you require to generate the logic or develop the logic. Next is we require to element shift to the left by particular position. So for example, if array is 1 2 3 4 5, so what we are doing, we are shifting. Now I will explain with the 3 and after that I will explain for the 1 2. Now when we shift to 3 to the left, what will happen, they will come here, 4 will come here, 5 will come here, then this 1 will come here and 2 will come here. So in this way they get shifted to the left by 2 location. So 3 4 5 1 2. So in this program it is specified that you should shift 1 and 2 here, and sometimes they give that you should shift to the 0 0, you should place 0 0 here. So depending on our program statement we do the program. Now this program you require to understand this percentage operator or mod operator. Now see, the initial step is accept the array elements, accept the size of the array, accept the array elements, enter the position and print the array elements. So this is nothing but the basic procedure. Now this is only the logic in this program. Now see how this logic works. Now we have accepted the n equal to 5 and our elements are 1 2 3 4 5. Now we have given the position 2, that is we have want to shift it from 2. So 2 means we require to shift the 3. So I have started the loop with I equal to position. Now initially I equal to 2. So what it will print, it will print that element. Now see, 2 mod 5, because n is equal to 5, 2 mod 5 is what, the remainder is 2, because this operator provides a remainder. So when I use 2 mod 5, the answer is 2. It will print the elements at the second location. It will print the 3. Next I increment, I becomes 3, 3 mod 5 is what, 3. It will print the 4. Next time I becomes 4. 4 mod 5 is 4. So it will print the last element, that is nothing but 5 element. After that it increments. Now I becomes 5. Now 5 mod 5 is nothing but what, 0. So it will print which element? One location. Next it becomes 6. 6 mod 5, which is nothing but 1. It will print which element? 2 element. So here what is the logic that use this percentage operator, and next from where to start and where to end. So for that you have to just do some calculation, that if it is started with position, up to how much location it has to go, and with the logic you can easily write down this initial condition as well as the final condition. Now same program, but we want to shift to the right. So this 5 we want to shift. Now see the output by number of position. This 1 2 3 4 5 and position is equal to 2. Now see, when 1 shifted to the right, it will come here, 2 will come here, then 3 will come here, and 4 will come here, and 5 will come here. So like this they are shifting to the right. Now the logic is same, only you require to understand from where, which location to which location you want to print. Now again here mod operator is very much important, I will explain. Now see, size of the array, accept the array elements, enter the position, array elements are as below. So this is nothing but the basic that is required in your program. Now see, you want to print output like this. Now see, this is your output 4 5 1 2 3. You want to print 4 5 1 2 3. You have given the position then 4 5 1 2 3. Now your position is 2. So what should be your output? You are printing 4 5 then 1 2 3. Now here I have started I equal to n minus position. Now n is 5 minus position, which is nothing but 2, which is equal to 3. So I will start with the I will start with the 3. So it will print this element. Next I plus plus, it will increment this element and increment. Even it will increment this element. So we are starting with I equal to n minus position. So n is 5, position is 2. So we are starting with the third location. So we will print first 4, then it will increment, it will print 5, then whatever increment we are taking the mod operator. So even if it is 5 6 7, it is taking the location 0 1 2, and we are achieved to print the 1 2 3. So in this way 4 5 1 2 3 is printed. Now here important logic is that we require to use the mod operator, because we just want to shift the elements in a particular location, and here where to start and where to end, this you require to do with your logic. So once you get the inner practice, so it is very easy for you people, because once you get the knowledge that you want, for example 1 2 3 4 5, and you just want to print from 4 5 1 2 3, so you just increment the location, because this is the mod operator. So from this particular 3 and 7 you will get where to start and where to end. So in this way you can write down the program. So this is all about the one dimensional exercises. Now in the next video also I am going to take some few exercises which are at a difficulty mid or intermediate difficulty level. Thank you.